All right. Hello. We are live from the Dallas, Texas area.
I wonder if anybody's going to watch.
I don't know what's even watching. Brian, a.k.a. Texas
I'm watching.
Treasures. Oh, there we are.
Yeah.
Clay Closet and Clay Can. It's a self-help channel.
Maybe Bruce or someone. So Harry's live if you want to creep on Harry.
All right. So, well here's our top. We're probably going to creep on some other channels. We're in a weird kind of mood. What is it, Saturday night? What day is it?
23. It's the most random time. So much for me going to bed early. Yeah.
So the live show, we're talking reselling and non-reselling. Here are the topics. We kind of kick these around, but what's your one thing, your one focus? I just finished a self-help book about validation.
There's Mike and Scott.
And I was a Poshmark party co-host tonight. My second party. It was the Everything Plus party for all the big girls out there. It was kind of fun. Got a lot of closet exposure from that. All right, let me pull up YouTube. You got it pulled up? We're gonna creep on some channels. We're gonna do reaction. Would you call it reactionary?
I think I know how to do the.
Or you want me to?
I can do it here. Share screen. Let's see. Chrome tab.
Figuring this out. Like my one thing, the one thing I'm now focusing on is wholesale. That's gonna be my focus: wholesale and growing my wholesale business.
Okay, it's there whenever.
All right.
So let me unmute it. Also, hold on Harry's channel. Hey, Mike. I just saw you.
I don't really have anything else to give away or sell, so but you gave me an idea to fix old vintage electronics and well,
let me tell you something, Jermaine. You got to get a car. If you don't have one yet, and you're in prime yard sale city in North Jersey.
I don't know, man. We used to have everything, but not everything.
You're not that far from it, though. You're on YouTube, Facebook Marketplace. There's stuff within an hour drive in your area. You've got Treasure City.
Yeah.
You really do. I guarantee you.
I'm gonna creep on their.
He's going to retire 35 ago. He mad. But I'll tell you what, he has got one cool big building. Clay, how you been? This guy's getting ready to take off too. He's starting to do the
self-help
clean out, the locker clean out.
Oh.
And I hope he does because I want to see what he's getting. I don't mind being jealous. I hope he finds some cool stuff. Because I like watching coppers and
I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
A couple of my new
All right. Who else is live?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, really? That's streaming my show from your show? That's cool.
He's like,
that is
what?
Cool.
Yeah, we got no content tonight, so we're just gonna creep.
Let's see who else. Okay, I don't know if this.
Just type live.
Okay, I just went to the main. So.
Oh, I like my thumbnail. Look at that. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Thumbnail. So what is your all right? Everybody out there, the few people watching, what is your reselling focus? Let me talk about this a minute.
Okay.
Before,
G.I. Joe.
Before we drop in anyone else's. So I'm going back to Chris's Patreon group. I took some time off to kind of rebalance my personal and work life, and I think I've made some big strides. And Clay's always talking about self-help, so it kind of encourages me to do that. So I've made some big strides, getting better as a person, getting better at relationships, because I was just working too much. And so I about 3 or 4 weeks of no Patreon calls. And when I left, when I stopped doing the Patreon calls, I was doing everything: garage sales, thrift stores, estate sales, online auctions. I don't know if there's anything else I'm missing, plus the wholesale. And I just kind of felt like I was being pulled apart, and I was doing a pretty good job. But you can't get really, really good at something by focusing on too many things. So I've decided I'm focusing on wholesale, and I've been doing that for a week or two, and my sales are higher than. Now, it's not necessarily good for the channel because I can't reveal really wholesale secrets, but because I've done the other things, and by the way, tonight when I was co-hosting the Poshmark party, it was really cool. I was telling Clay this, that I had several people I did not personally know reached out to me and told me thank you for that I've put out here, that it's helped them selling on Poshmark. And that really made me feel good because, like, my channel's small. I've only got 601 subscribers, but I help those that I can, and that I don't really felt good. So I can still help people, of course, but me as a reseller at this point, I think I've evolved to the point where, dang, Fat Man, the flipper is really chilling.
Right. He's awesome.
Or I want to focus on that. All right, let's listen in. Bad
Okay,
Boys Reselling. They got 21 watching.
Oh, there's Goomba.
Is interested in roller coasters. They have them on stock on online on Best Buy. But the one that I'm looking for is the one that connects to the PC. Ooh.
Connected to the PC.
Yeah, it connects to the PC. That was fun.
While you're using it?
Well, the games, I'll have them on my library on the computer, and it plugs into my graphics card.
Hey, Travis Flippers, thanks for dropping by. Sorry, we're kind of unscripted.
Yeah, this one's all in one. So you don't need
thanks.
you
Thanks
just,
for dropping by, though.
So they're different.
Have you
so
ever
there are
watched
different ones?
Goomba? You know, has been in our chat.
yeah.
Have you ever watched either
But
of
I
the
know
other
that
guys,
you can
Brian?
connect that one, there's a
I've
cable
seen a
that
little bit
goes
of
on,
Batman Flipper.
you know.
I like them. They both seem like nice
Then
guys
you
and
connect
know
to the
their
Oculus,
stuff.
and it goes. You can connect to your computer also.
They're real positive
What's
always
the,
too.
What's the price difference?
That one's more expensive.
Hey, guys,
Wow,
if you're watching, please
Yeah,
take
the all-in-one is more expensive.
one like on the last video.
But
I
the
will.
one Alex says I think it's $499, $500.
Let me.
I
Yeah.
went down a dark tunnel of politics, and I will not be talking politics anymore. Keeping out of that.
Let's debate Reagan Carter, folks. Those in the chat. Reagan Carter.
No.
They're like, some of them, Val's probably like young enough that she'd be like, who's that?
But do you know something? Like, I think
She
that's
probably knows the names, but
that's the lowest number of likes I've ever had on a video. Not channel, but one like, dude. I got one like. At least I didn't get any dislikes, thank goodness. But
see, I don't even. Hey, if it makes you feel better, my new channel, I only have 10 subscribers right now.
Well, that's a new channel, though.
No, I know. And my total views, I don't know the minutes. I'm not going to look at that. My total views on, I have more than 5 videos. Let's see. How many videos? I have 7 videos and 7, 21, 27, 33, 42 views on 7 videos. I'll take it. That's not bad. I don't even have any cards either. You know, I haven't tagged anything or added cards.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Well, it's okay. Hey, look at Jody's comment.
I'm here to see you guys are watching them.
Sympathy view, Jody. We appreciate that. But would you be watching the Bad Boys of Reselling, or would you be watching Mike right now?
Let's see what else is. Well, we just decided to go live, and yeah, hey, we can talk.
Yeah, we were talking backstage for like an hour and a half. Scott was there. We actually had a good conversation.
Mike is now over there. I love it. Made it a little late, he said.
Oh, he's all over the place.
He likes to learn, you know, and say hi.
Yeah,
like I've done, yeah. Let's go back to YouTube and
we'll get you a pasta medal. How about that? Dang, my thumbnail looks good though. Got 7 watchers. Wait, how many do I have compared to the other people?
To those guys?
Yeah. How are we stacking up with the small resellers?
Hold on, where are they? Harry has 5.
Oh, we're beating Harry.
And then hold on, let me click live. Let me see what they had. We can also watch GI Joe streams. I think I said that, live episodes 24/7.
You want to talk some self-help, Clay?
Sure.
So let me bounce off the book that I read. I just finished. It's called I Hear You, and it's about validation.
Oh, yeah.
So here, I'll be kind of like Claudia, my wife, like her emotional intelligence is way higher than mine. Like she's an empath, right? And so she gets communication, she gets all that stuff. And the way I was brought up, I basically was a robot. And like the way I was brought up, I was only able to express anger. And so I'm like really easygoing, but I'll fight you too at any time. Because anger was the only emotion that was acceptable when I was growing up. Everything else, so I blocked up all my emotions over the years, and it led to some serious problems. So we've been seeing a counselor for about 2 years now, and making some big gains. Like I'm getting in touch. I feel so talking about this on a stream, but
yeah,
like the fact that I can do this is I guess proof.
It's a good step. Yeah.
I would never talked about emotions before, and so I'm learning to be able to express emotions and what. And so I was reading this book. It's called I Hear You, and it's about the power of validation and how most people, when we have conversations, the other person is just waiting to speak. That you're not actually listening and validating. Most people just want to feel connected and they want to feel like they're being heard, right? And there is an opportunity. Sometimes they do want advice, but the main thing is to validate their emotions, whether they're good or bad, right? Think about it. If your significant other's on the couch and they're telling you something that they're excited about, but you're on your phone, you're like, oh yeah, that's great, right?
Yeah.
You don't care, right?
Oh, sorry, Pat.
So I don't know. It's a lot of things. It's being present and it's valid
in the moment. Yeah, like the therapy talk. Even if you have to clarify and be like, what I think you said was, and I do that with Angie. Like last week, after we dropped my dad off, we took him last Saturday night to Father's Day. We started talking about not her and I dating, but dating in general and blah blah blah. And certain parts of me that like some of y'all, no offense to y'all people, you'll never know, like that Brian knows things that I might share with people that I date, I might not, or phrase it a certain way or not. And then that made me feel crappy. So then I text Angie. She's like, no, that's not what I was saying at all. So then we text, and she hates texting, but we text back and forth till I felt better and not as down on myself, because when she said this thing, because I value what she says, it made me, and maybe too much, but it was like, so we tried to clear the air, or I'll be on my phone sometimes if we're just hanging out at her house and she's like, do you want to watch the show or not? And in my head, I'm like, I get it. But at the same time, you're like, well, I mean, we're just watching a show. Like, so because I sometimes am addicted to my phone, I need more contact, more trying to fill that bowl that wasn't filled as a kid the right way.
Yeah. That's true stuff. Val, so what were you talking about? Are those glasses you were talking about? Like, I've got so much crap to list. Like glass. I know you were talking about getting glasses. Or you selling eyewear? They honestly make really nice stuff. Who makes really nice stuff? Who is they?
This Arctic's jacket, however you see up at her message at 10:32. I think that's what she's made.
Oh, and I did watch Jody's last thrift video. It was good. Intro was really good. I was like, yeah. The chat. He was showing his map where he was gonna go. I was like, I felt like
that. That's why I didn't have all that. Tell us everything, Clay. That's what.
Hey, we keep it real and we keep it honest.
I'll tell most people most things.
No,
hey, you want to ask, there's certain things, some of my coping I'm not going to always share, but like, I'll just say addiction runs in my family, suicide runs in my family. I've been depressed as like a few months before I met Brian, about 5 or 6 months before, I was living in my dad's back house, like sleeping on a sofa, using a little college type fridge as my fridge that then went to my school for about 7 years in my classroom. I delivered a little local newspaper for $50 a week. That was my income. And I still had a car payment and, you know, health insurance, car insurance. I had bills to pay. I was going to group therapy then, credit cards, along with poor coping skills, spending money on stuff, trying to be happy. So there, I mean, you know, not the worst story, but like, I don't mind sharing.
The dark chapter in the life.
And then my mom's sister, she was like, hey, I'm going to pay your rent for 6 months. We got to get you. She's like, I know you're going to be a teacher in like 4 months, 5. She's like, I'm going to pay your rent for 6 months. And she did. And I know I'm lucky because at that time I was like 34, you know, to have that someone, but luckily for her, it was like a drop in the bucket.
Yeah.
And my dad's dad had helped her, you know, whatever. So like open up her first doctor's office and helped her buy a nice car when she got out of med school because her first husband was an a-hole. From what I hear, he was nice to me, but I was like 5 or 6. So what do I know?
Right.
So there.
All right. A little dark, gloomy chapter of Clay's life. Anybody else want to share a secret, as Jody says?
See, I don't necessarily know secrets.
Feel free to recline on the couch at the Texas Treasure therapy session. Let's talk about it. Do you have anxieties about reselling? Do you have
Jody, what are you afraid of, Jody? Jody, what are you afraid of?
What's your real fear?
Are you afraid of being successful on American Posh more than you are, Jody?
Yes. What is the root behind the hatred of eBay, Jody? Like, let's dig deeper into that. Because you said F eBay the other day, and I was like,
yeah.
You know, eBay can be a little B sometimes, but
what is
it can also be nice to you.
Val, have you ever lived more than 10 miles away from Canyon City? I'm not saying it's bad, but could you? I don't know. I'm trying to come up with something for Val.
How do you feel when you take the lives of these poor fish? Well, and Clay should be saying.
I know. Fish. Yeah. Don't talk about that. Yeah. Seeing them flop around. That's the worst part. The one time I went fishing a few years ago.
We got things to talk about.
I'm afraid of heights.
All right. Like height. Like, all right, here's my thing. If I'm secure and safe, I'm not that scared of heights. But if like I'm looking over a rail or on a cliff, I don't like heights either.
Oh, it's awful. At the mall, like at North Park, 2nd floor, you know, they have that glass wall. And I'm like, When I went up like the Empire State Building or the old World Trade Centers where you could lean against the glass, right. I kind of did, but it was just like terrifying. Angie believes that I'm afraid of heights and water, like because those are 2 different ways I died in past lives, and I'm like, kind of makes sense maybe if past lives are a thing that would.
I've heard those theories. Yeah, that's interesting.
Val was eaten by
grasshoppers. Now grasshoppers, if you look at them,
they're creepy.
They are creepy little things.
Oh, and if there's a bunch of them, they're gross.
They're creepy. I get that. Imagine a 6 foot tall grasshopper. Oh man, having to fight that thing and how far they could jump. Yeah. Like if they were our size, they could probably jump a mile in the sky. I don't even know what that ratio would be.
Oh my god, I just like
Clay's gonna have nightmares.
I just googled the swarm of grasshoppers. That's awful.
Right, you can.
Why did I do that?
Share it. No, you gotta share it. Well, no,
I can find it. That's so gross.
Scott says he was depressed a long time ago for 3 weeks. I didn't want to leave the couch. Depression is real. Hey, thanks for being honest there, Scott. Appreciate that. It is real, right? Like our counselor, we were talking about this at our session Thursday, right? You have sadness, and sadness is when it's attached to event, right? the Dallas Cowboys lost Sunday. I'm sad. Depression is an overall feeling of sadness that's not tied to a circumstance, but it's just with you.
Yeah.
And then there are, and we were talking about, there's an in-between stage where it's like you're kind of, I forget what he called it, but you're kind of almost depressed, but you can pull yourself out of it. Like Claudia was kind of falling into a funk and laying on the couch and didn't want to do anything. And we talked some things out. And this is where I've improved as a person. Me wouldn't want to have had to talk to her about her being sad or depressed, because I felt like probably the reason why, because, not the best husband, but through going through counseling and therapy for a couple of years, I knew that I needed to talk to her. And we talked for about an hour, and it helped. I was just there to listen to her. And then she went and swam, and then she was good. And we talked about that.
Talking and exercise. That's a good double combo there.
Right? Especially now. I mean, everybody's stuck at home, and these times, it's easy. Oh, do you want to share that grass?
Yeah, there.
For you, Val.
The Google search. You see it?
All right, let me put it up.
So just look at the different, I mean, it's just awful. All these different
locusts.
Whoa, that is so gross. Look, like it's up on the tire.
Google like a close-up picture of a grasshopper.
Okay. Yeah, I will have nightmares. I'm not going to go to sleep tonight.
While you're doing that, Jody said eBay is lame as hell is all. Their website is from 1998, some parts. I agree.
Yeah, there you go.
4 different themes throughout. I agree. And they're not staying with the times. I agree. And they treat their sellers like shit. I agree with all of that. I think they're getting a little better with the last part about how they're treating their sellers. And even with all that being said, this is what Chris on Daily Refinement said. There is one seller on Poshmark making $1 million. On eBay, there's hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands. So with all that being said, I still think you got to put up with it. Now, has it cost eBay? Yeah. Poshmark, Mercari, OfferUp, Grail, Depop. I don't even know all of them. Look at all the Bonanza. All these sites have popped up, and eBay has been way too slow to pivot and to change. I agree with you. Those are all really good points, Jody. But still, with all that being said, I'm still making $5,000-$6,000 a month on the site. Basically,
well, before all this stuff, but $1,300 give or take. So even after all the other fees and my expenses, probably an extra $600-$700 without Ubering.
And my biggest complaint about eBay is returns. It's returns. The returns. How you're like forced to take returns. Yeah, that is creepy. Look at that grasshopper.
Right? There's legs, like just.
And they got little spikes, like they could spike you.
Yeah, the way they can hook on to.
Look at those mandibles, like they could just rip an arm out with a bite if they were 6 feet tall. Oh, and they would blend in too.
Right?
That is creepy. And like, how high could they jump if they were as tall as us?
Those are grosser to me. The colors, like,
oh, look at their eyes. Like I was watching on National Geographic,
it's like a bee wasp.
Watching them fight each other and like cut off each other's heads. These wasps are like vicious.
Wow.
Insects are vicious. I'm glad we're bigger than them.
Right? Yeah. Okay. I get it.
On the chat, Val's catching and release. Clay approves. But I do like some good.
Oh, good. Okay.
Scott's inviting Jody to go skydiving. Get over that fear.
They're safer in California, is what he's saying, Jody, than Edmonton.
That's funny.
I saw a documentary today about, or maybe it was yesterday. I don't know. It's all the same. A Google executive. Maybe some of you know this guy. Like his name was like, I don't know. Red Bull had this guy, like 8 years ago, parachute from like the edge of space. And I remember watching it like live or after, and it was fascinating. Well, this guy like blew that away. He's 57 years old, Google executive, worked with his company. He jumped from like 135,000 feet, something insane. And I was like going, oh my God. And then when he was up there, it was cool looking, like seeing space. and he was like, I don't know, at the top of the stratosphere. You know, there's still more layers, but yeah, I was like, yeah, no, just no, because right before they released him from the giant balloon, it was like 20 stories high. They're like, if the thing for some reason malfunctions and doesn't release him to drop,
Right.
he floats into space, you know, and then he dies because he runs out of oxygen at some point.
That's not a good way to go.
Going, I know that he made it. They wouldn't have made this documentary probably, but I was sitting there going, oh my God, please. And then they showed his wife, you know, and pictures of his kids.
Right.
Like, oh. Yeah. I used to kind of think about the parachuting until Angie told me stories of people she knows. And we talked to some people and you're like, no. It was like someone she knows that runs like a parachute school or whatever they call it. And they don't even go up anymore. You know, like they just run the place, but they won't even jump after someone they know died. You know, they're like, no, I'm good.
Oh, by the way, here's a little tip. I shared this with Clay behind me, behind my left shoulder back here. Well, it's hard to do it backwards.
Hey, Bruce.
Back there. If you need bubble wrap, like I was buying bubble wrap at Walmart for like $16.99 for 150 square feet. If you go on Walmart's website, there is an off-brand bubble wrap. You get 700 square feet. It's four bundles.
It's like a tackling dummy. It's huge.
It's huge. It's $39.99.
That's why I think I've been to Walmart. I mean, Home Depot so much, and my expenses is so many rolls of bubble wrap and paper and tape. You know, like, I mean that crap adds up.
It does. You got to cut that cost. I get it, Jody. Yeah, eBay is probably the most stressful of the. I mean, other than Amazon, I think Amazon's the most stressful because so many people are always losing their business on there. Here's so many horror stories about Amazon, but
I feel like Scott's got it down, but it makes me nervous. Like, like if I was gonna, let's say we were gonna make that the path, like to figure out like. Because a lot of the things he sells, it's like you were saying earlier, you're just doubling and tripling. So you got to build up so many items that, you know, like that's why I asked him when we were just in the chat, like, oh, well, you just hit this store in and out. Because in my head, it seems like it could be so much work, you know, just to drive to here, to here, to here. But, you know, I know after you make your routes, he can be on autopilot, you know, because he knows he's looking for this creamer, this salt and pepper or whatever, you know.
Dang, you're just dropping his inventory on our show, Clay.
I don't know if it's salt and pepper. I just chose like.
I'm sorry, Scott. I'm sorry, man. You just killed the mood.
I said salt. You know why I said salt and pepper?
Yeah, he's trying to recover now.
No, because it's sitting in front of me because I ate my veggie chicken nuggets for dinner.
Boy, your movie, Val, with Chadsworth.
Hello, Chadsworth.
Buttered popcorn? It's a what are y'all doing? What do you call it? A double header when you watch 2 movies in a row?
Oh yeah.
Matinee? I don't know.
I thought she was leaving. Maybe not. I don't know. I thought she was saying bye to everybody because she was leaving. I don't know.
She's got like the long goodbye trail.
Yeah.
You, Clay.
I know.
Scott's gonna.
Hey, one of those things I said is true, but that doesn't give away. I don't know what specifics. He didn't even tell us that necessarily. Or if he did.
Scott, don't share your bolos in our chat with.
It was like weeks ago in that chat, you know, that I look at, but then
the one thing I'm gonna say this about Scott. Hey, we were talking about this when you left, Scott. That
come here.
We appreciate how you share good information with us, really good information, and that's what I like about our little Facebook chat group. That we all share information we wouldn't share with a bigger audience. So do appreciate that. I won't be dropping your bolos. I'll try to keep Clay under control.
I'll be quiet.
It's hard.
Hey, minor slip up, but like I said, that didn't even give away really anything.
The salt mines.
How do you add tags and cards? It's under YouTube Studio. Is that right? I'm just thinking about my other channel. Okay, that's on my list.
Here, I'll show you.
Because I have Safari behind. I opened it earlier, And I was like, okay,
You're
maybe
watching,
before I
right?
head off.
I will show you.
I got to
Alright.
figure out what tags I need to add. Usually I just go with whatever the hell I can come up with.
No. If you're serious about your YouTube channel, you want to get TubeBuddy.
I know, but isn't that another cost and stuff?
Yeah, I forget how much.
And right now I don't know. Like I'm okay just making videos and posting and put them on
By
Instagram.
the way, Aaron, this is the guy to watch, and this is what's amazing. Even Clay's like this. That so many people don't watch Chris because they think he's boring. He brings the best comment. Like Clay likes Renzi much better because he's animated and
Your hustle and
but F that. Chris will give you 100 times, and nothing wrong. Renzi's a good reseller. Don't get me wrong. I like.
they make a fortune. Yeah,
This guy is undervalued. Like, and he even knows it. He says people don't watch and do my items, even though I walk them step by step. People don't really care about making money. They want to be entertained more, and it's sad. But daily retirement is the real man. I'm sorry. I got to support my boy. I've learned so much from him. But anyway, yeah, so you go to YouTube Studio.
Yeah.
So you go to your videos.
Videos, okay.
I'm down 3 subscribers. Look at this. Here, watch this. I want to show you what I was talking about. And this was my last live video where we were talking politics. Look at that, 1 like. That's it, 1 like. And I lost 3 subscribers. I'm not talking politics anymore. Keep that to myself. Okay. So
I met my videos and then what? I just
you see my screen? See
well,
down
I'm
here?
trying to look at yours and then but where did you how do you get to that? I must have missed. You went to
You
were on videos.
You pull up the video, the edit button right here.
Oh, the edit button. Okay. I'm trying to go back and forth between you showing and then going to Safari to do it. Okay.
I like my thumbnail too. See, it's about focus. What is your one result? Yeah. It's pretty nice. You got your title, your description, and here's where your tags go. And I didn't actually do any because I didn't know if we were going live.
Yeah.
But here's the cool thing about TubeBuddy. What TubeBuddy will do, it'll look at your title and your description and watch this. And you could click suggested. And it's going to give you suggested tags.
Is that an extension thingy or something? Whatever you call it, a Chrome thing or something?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to write that on in my another to-do list here.
Look at that suggested search. Narcissistic abuse. What the heck?
What?
It cues in like on what we've been talking about.
Huh. Well, maybe I will do TubeBuddy because I'd like my channel. I think my other channel could grow.
So look at this. Poshmark selling tips, selling on Poshmark, Poshmark tips, how to sell on Poshmark. You see I talk a lot about Poshmark, Texas, how to make money online, side hustle.
So what? Wait, and it's based on that off of what? I'm kind of confused. Why is it
your title, your description, and I think it actually on the video too, like what you talk about.
So in the video, I mean in the description, that's maybe why. Yeah, just be as descriptive as I want, I guess. Put as many words in there.
And like if you did this after your video, it would have more of these, like this narcissistic abuse. That's nowhere in my title or my description. It cued in on what we were talking about. We were talking about self-help.
So you added that?
So you could actually do this after your video's done?
Yeah, I'm going to do. Oh, my list for tomorrow is.
So you pick them, right? Close it. Now here's the cool thing. You can sort it. It will sort auto sort by ranking. Based on your channel and how your channel does, it will rank them.
Does that matter? The order of the tag?
Because you only got 500, so I'm gonna get rid of these last ones.
Oh yeah, 500 characters. You mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Now
I guess I'll try to, buddy.
And make sure you also have playlists and
tag
these into playlists. Like this goes to Reseller Rewind.
On my Clay's Closet, I have like lives, but I've really only ever done lives, so I didn't make. See, I didn't know. I haven't made a playlist on the other channel yet because it's just a vlog. I guess I'll just make a playlist.
Oh, we got 6 likes today. because on that one, I lost my train of thought. You still want a playlist because if somebody goes into your playlist, they could just stream it for hours.
Yeah. Maybe I'll do like a general one, just day, you know, not, I don't do it day live. So I didn't make, see, I didn't know, I haven't made a playlist on the other channel yet because it's like, was that us? Yeah.
Yeah. I just liked the video real quick.
So I guess, yeah, I need to do that. Go back and add to the 7 that I have. So TubeBuddy will be one of my, that's moving up my list along. Whatever, that's fine. Because I want that channel to grow more than you and I, we just talked about. I have potential here soon, maybe, you know, to grow the Clay's Closet if I kind of want, but right now I'd rather
you don't want to, Clay. Your heart's not in it. It's okay. I mean,
I'd rather the other one grow. The other one's going to help more people. Who gives a F about reselling in the end?
I do.
Well, I do, but only as a means to make money and not teach.
Well, but a lot of people care. I mean, it's all right that.
Well, I know, but I mean, it's just a job in the end. That's, I mean, money's money. Money comes and goes. Money doesn't matter.
For you, yes, for you, but not for everyone. You can't make that a blanket statement for everyone.
No, but it's just money. You'll make money and lose it, people. You'll find a way to get by.
We need to dig into this a little deeper. Like, we're all right.
All you gotta do is get by, folks. You gotta be happy in here. Money doesn't buy happiness. And I'm even
going to Colorado takes money, and that brings me happiness. So
yeah, and I was gonna say I'm even getting more over the whole
teaching when you don't want to teach because you don't have money. Definitely causes unhappiness. So I'm gonna push back on that comment.
No, I need money, but I know I can do this enough and figure out ways to get by without teaching. I've done it before. I used to make $50 a week and I paid my bills. Sure, I didn't have rent, but I still paid the rest of my bills.
You can make so much more than that reselling.
No, I know. I'm just saying, but it's just money. I don't, maybe when I started this, I was thinking, 100,000. Now I'm like, if I could just make 50,000 and be debt free, that'd be a fortune. Like 50,000, you know, like after, let's say, yeah, even maybe 50,000 before taxes. If there's no debt, no car payment, it's me. How much do I need? My trips are pretty low cost. You know, I go run a marathon.
Your lifestyle, it depends on what you want. Yeah.
Yeah. With my lifestyle, I don't go to any beach resorts. I'm not dating, not trying to. So that costs $0. If I want to adopt a kid, I ask my dad for the money. You know.
See, all right, now that's all right. You just hit the nail on the head. That's why you don't care about money, because Papa's going to bail you out.
No, he won't bail me out.
I don't mean that way, but your dad bought you a car. You know, you got your dad and as an ace in the hole.
No, but he bought the car. The car he chose to do. I didn't have to take it, but I kind of almost did. But
you know, your dad's there to bail you out. I mean, when you wanted the Chromebook,
a kid isn't bailing out. I just wouldn't do it if I didn't have money. But if I want to, have a kid, why not use the resources? I'm going to get it either way.
I'm not saying, but I'm just saying that's probably why, like the.
Oh, that helps.
Money, because
it helps.
I don't have that.
I'm just saying, but I've always paid all my bills. Sure, I'll tell you, people. I've already mentioned he pays part of the car because it's a car I couldn't afford, and he wanted to give it to me, so I took it because it was. That's a whole nother story. I've told Brian, it really was like it's a very nice car and very nice gesture. It was his way of saying thank you. But he knew I couldn't afford it, so that's why he's paying for it, basically. You know,
All right. Jody says, dang, you're paying Chris and promoting him. Chris, man, Chris, that $110 I paid, I made that up on day one. I got a nugget from that thing a product I'm selling right now that has made me $500 day one. That $110 was such a small investment. Like, this is where I pushed back on Kevin, the Thrifting Lounge. Yeah, I think you should, in certain circumstances, pay to shorten your learning curve. Donar likes chat. Okay. Yeah. Thanks for everybody. Not sure. Chris may be smart, man. I saw the way he spoke to some lady in the live chat last week.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
Okay.
That's nice.
Well, tell me about that. because I think Chris and I are alike. It's not being rude. Like, he's just real. Like, he wants to help people. And I think he gets frustrated. I mean, I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't know the story, but in general, I know, like, you have to understand, like he's like Clay doesn't want to do his channel because it's kind of.
I would drive Chris crazy, and I would push back on him and be like, dude, relax, breathe. I know it's business, but that's not my style.
Why are you here? Get better. But I don't know. I've never seen him. He's never been rude in any of our calls. He is serious about the business. He's serious about making everyone better. And I think someone that gives free content like that is so valuable. And to be part of that Patreon call where you're surrounded by 20, 25 people that all are trying to take it to the next level. I mean, my sales doubled the 1 month I was in his Patreon group. I mean, the proof is in the pudding to me. If he was rude to her, I don't know. I'd have to see what that was about.
Yeah, can you find it? I'm curious. I'd love to watch it.
I'm like, yeah, let's. I've never seen him be rude.
We don't have to watch it here, but I'll go watch it later. Yeah, because I'm curious. Because I can see it. Like Brian and I, y'all know we have different personalities on.
Jacob, that was probably your one like. Yeah, you could tell Clay and I we disagree on a lot of things. That's okay. We can still be friends.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we love each other, and yeah, we just have different. Yeah, you're a hard charger, and I grew up with such hard chargers that I do the opposite. That's why I do, because it ruined many families in my family. So, you know, to me, it's hard for me to. I don't go hard charging. Yeah, even on marathon training, I do enough to do what I need to, whatever and stuff. Yeah.
The same, like, and the inner Brian's like, oh, but Clay, you could be running Boston. And
oh, I know. And that's hard for me because I try to figure out why don't I want to it just at times I don't know. Yeah. There's something.
I mean, I will agree. You can become too focused. I was too focused and it was hurting me in my personal relationship. So, I mean, there's
we
truth.
Got in the middle. You're black, I'm white, or I'm white, you're black. And yeah.
But here's the thing, Clay. I think I've pulled back a substantial amount, but I haven't seen you rev up an equal amount.
Well, not on the listing, but doing the other crap. Like, I know to you, or like it doesn't make money, but like finally doing this GoDaddy, and even though it's taken forever, that stuff scared the crap out of me. And figuring that out alone is making me feel like so much better, so that when I get to the listing in a few days, fine. So it's listing.
But push back a little bit. Like, you've been talking about getting a listing for weeks now.
No, I know, but this stuff.
I'm wondering if you're ever going to get to listing.
No, I will. I have to, because at some point I'm going to have all my other
Give me a date. We're going to hold you accountable.
Wednesday. It could even.
The reseller rewind.
Tomorrow, going to see the kids I might not get much done,
Oh, thanks, Jacob. Got 2 likes now.
I thought
that was my fault.
More than that. There's 9 on my deal. It says.
Getting into that he's talking the last one before this one.
Oh, the last one. Okay.
Yeah, we shouldn't have got into politics. That there's a reason you don't get into politics.
I'm trying to. I forgot to like.
You talking about TubeBuddy, Mike, or is he talking about GoDaddy?
No, GoDaddy's more, but only like I don't know. I'd have to tell you, look it up. But like
$9.99, he's talking about
TubeBuddy.
TubeBuddy is, I think. And here's the thing: I got an email.
I'm looking at it right now.
QuickBooks, because I do into it. I do taxes. I get free QuickBooks, and I'm thinking maybe I should use that since it's free.
QuickBooks, yeah. A lot of people in that accounting group that on Facebook that I join, or whatever. Use QuickBooks.
GoDaddy. Yeah, I need to come up on that. I figure since I've been doing it old school, it might make sense just keep doing that through the end of the year, and then January 1st, with GoDaddy or whoever.
Yeah, it is easy now that $9.99. Oh, a month. Yeah, maybe that's what I'm doing. Maybe it's like, or maybe I paid for. I don't know. Now I'm curious. Let me go to my PayPal. I don't know. Or I could open GoDaddy, and I'm sure there's a.
QuickBooks is manual. All right, then I'd rather have GoDaddy then.
Yeah,
I want it to be easy. That's the whole. Because I've been doing it manually, and I can do it, but if I can do it automate.
Let's see. I'm trying to find a.
Yeah, it was funny.
When did I buy GoDaddy?
So he came out. He was in the red last as a reseller.
Hey, help with taxes. Because I still made real money. That's the thing. It's all those eBay fees and crap.
Yeah, tax deadline's coming up too, July 15th. I still haven't paid. That's
why I got to get my stuff to my CPA in the next few days. Well, I'm trying to see when I signed up for GoDaddy. I'm looking on PayPal. I guess I can just go to GoDaddy and log in. Let's do that.
Speaking of subscriptions, what subscriptions does everyone have out there? Like I've been cutting down my paid subscriptions. I no longer have List Perfectly. I no longer. I just canceled WorthPoint. The last few days. I think the only thing I now have. Well, obviously I've got TubeBuddy. I forgot I had TubeBuddy. I got TubeBuddy. I'm about to get rid of my storage unit, so that expense is going to be gone. Gosh, I won't have many expenses left. At one point, I was doing photo views, List Perfectly. What else?
Sorry, Sellhound.
God, I'm tired yet. Sellhound, WorthPoint, Dr. Lori. No, that was a big one. Probably won't be renewing that since going into wholesale more. God, there's so many subscriptions, and they can add up, and they can really cut into your profit. Now, if the subscription generates more money than what it costs, I think it makes sense to do it. So it depends on your model. Like, what are you doing? If you're doing a lot of clothing, then List Perfectly makes sense. Sellhound might make sense. Hi, Nikki. How are you? Nikki's on eBay. How's that going for you?
I can't find GoDaddy. Maybe I'll try my bank account.
I'm what you used to do, and Clay laughs. It's funny because like most of the things I'm asking him, but I got my sales ledger, but it's very accurate, and I can give you my numbers. Like I give the profit for each day. I've got a column for the sell price, the purchase price, the cost of goods, the website, when I sold it, how much I paid for shipping, and net profit. And then I total that every month. I know that's very archaic, but it's very accurate. And I do need to get I know there's faster ways to do it. So I'm probably going to keep that up until the end of the year, then go over to GoDaddy. That's why I told Clay, I'm like, Clay, all right, your job is to figure out GoDaddy. Because he comes to me for a lot of things, and that's fine. I'll come to him for GoDaddy. And it looks like Mike took mine.
I just can't figure out. I'm going through now my bank account, trying to figure out where I paid, because I know, like Mike said, it's $9.99, and I feel like that's what I paid a month, or maybe I guess that's what I'm paying. I'm just now trying to figure out what I used to pay for it, you know. And it's annoying when you're looking for something but you can't find it.
BrickSeek. Yeah, BrickSeek. BrickSeek's a good one. I think I put mine on hold right now. So I got it. All right, my plan is to get this auction stuff, which is good money behind me, listed. Focus on wholesale. Make wholesale my main thing, and maybe do a little BrickSeek and a little RA like Scott does to supplement my wholesale, because they're both very similar. And Scott, Dumpster Diver Dad, is killing it with the RA. Yeah, and for Mike, it makes sense. His storage units. Yeah, it all depends on your. And Jody doesn't have any subscriptions except for, it sounds like a music one. So it depends on what your model is, what subscriptions you should have. So
Yeah.
Nikki has TubeBuddy, YouTube, Resellers Assistant. Oh yeah. Wait, YouTube. TubeBuddy for YouTube, Resellers Assistant, Canva. I used to have Canva also. I just went to the free Canva. eBay. What is KindMaster? I haven't heard of that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Money out. I guess GoDaddy's $9.99 a month. I just don't know how I paid it and can't figure it out.
Jacob's used and eBay, so no paid subscriptions. Not even talking necessarily like I know eBay takes their fees and all that, but just like paid subscriptions that help you as a reseller, like List Perfectly will cross list your items for you. Sellhound, they will create a listing for you. Like what subscriptions are you guys using? Making effing sales every day. I love it, Nikki. Tell Jody that. He's hating on eBay. eBay will make you some money. And Chris will really help you fine tune your eBay game too. Like, man, my sales skyrocketed once I started figuring out how to use promoted, what percentage, how to use it to juice your sales, and then cut it off or cut it way back, and those traffic results will still be there. When to use free shipping, free returns.
Being top rated.
Yeah, top rated. Oh, also make sure you're adding an overnight shipping option. Like I do the FedEx overnight shipping option, but I charge an obscene amount where no one will actually use it. I charge like $50 for that. But because it will then, like when it gives you that time window of how quickly an item can get to someone, which will boost you up in the SEO. So use the overnight, put that in there with your other shipping options, guys, if you're not doing that. Got a lot of smiley faces. Bindu. Mike clicks on a link. It's all in front of. He's talking about GoDaddy. Is that what he means? Clicking on a link and it's in front of him.
Yeah, I know. I'm so tired that I can't figure out where it was in GoDaddy. I gave up. I'm too frustrated with everything.
Yeah, Google Docs. Triple D.
Yeah. Once you link everything, like right now, I've had to manually enter stuff from bank accounts that I didn't want to link to it because I didn't want like a million transactions that I guess it would have classified, but I just didn't want to have all this extra crap. So to me, it was worth the time because as I keep saying, I have time because it's however I want to use it. And so I'd rather sit there and add like the 20 from this account, 20, and then 40 from this bank account. But now that I have a new bank account on July 1st, I'm going to link the new bank account to GoDaddy, link that new bank account to Poshmark to pay for to Pirate Ship and Poshmark and eBay, move my cell phone over there and my storage unit to the new bank account. So everything on the first, will then be automated, so I don't have to like manually enter more, crap from here. Well, except Poshmark until maybe that one day, once you figure out the eBay and you're like, I know if I got back to listing, I'd have more sales. I'm okay selling on Poshmark right now.
Nikki, yeah. By the way, YouTube TV is to me the best deal out there. We have YouTube TV, and I think it's like $40 a month, maybe 40 or 50, and it streams like a cable network. You got lots of channels, and you can't Dish or DirecTV or none of them can, in my opinion, can compare to the channels you get on YouTube TV. And you don't have any contracts. You don't have to pay for a receiver. It's all streamed.
That's why in a few weeks when all the sports start, I'll pay for YouTube TV or one of them.
And they have a lot of sports too.
YouTube TV. Because all I really need is TNT, TBS, and ESPN and Fox.
They've got all that. Got all that.
Rangers and Mavericks and NBA.
I was watching like arm wrestling. I was watching like an arm wrestling show.
That's like old school ESPN Ocho.
Well, it's like right now they're just having to fill the air.
Oh yeah.
It was pretty interesting though. I got caught up in it.
I'm
Scott,
still, I know I told you, like I'm at the point now, I'm like going, if sports never came back, I'd get by. But that's because I've gone and watched so much. I think I still have like a reservoir, like I knew he'd, but but I've gone to see, that's also another family deal. Going to so many games has ruined, and it's just a game,
Scott,
people. It's like I have to remind my dad, it would have been great that the Rangers won the World Series, but the Rangers went to 2, and who would ever thought the Rangers would even have gone? People who are upset about the Cowboys. If you're our age, you got to see them win 3 in your lifetime. Sure, we should have won a playoff game since then, but at least we won 3.
Oh, yeah, I get this where I'm on the other side. I'm like you, Dad. I want more. Clay settles. I want more.
Well, I don't settle. I'm just going to be happy and not let it. Once the Mavericks won and the Rangers went to the World Series for the Metroplex, check. All 4 franchises, check.
Give me more. Give me more. I always want more.
I mean, the Rangers, to me, all that really matters is the Rangers winning a World Series at this point.
I mean, it doesn't really impact any of us. I mean, why do you even go then? Or if you don't care if they win, why do you even go to the games?
It's free, and it's hanging out with my dad, and it is fun to go, but I don't have to pay, and it's time with my dad.
Well, that's all good.
Yeah.
I still want to win.
I mean, I like if they win, but if they lose, it's like at this point, we've all won championships.
That's
except
it's like
I'm satisfied with the local sports is all I mean.
You're easily satisfied. You're satisfied with mediocrity, whether it's reselling or sports.
I wouldn't say mediocrity. I'm just realizing it's just like with sports. It's just because we have good teams. So, and with the Cowboys, you can't expect anything from them ever, really. Or anything.
I always go into it expecting. I just, that's the way I'm like when I coached for years, like I got to win.
I used to, but now I'm like, everybody in the NFL could be 8-8 to 12-4 in a sense. And with Jerry, even though the Cowboys manage us better, I'm like, it's Cowboys. It's kind of like we used to say about the Rangers.
We're loaded this year if we can actually play. Scott says Brickseek, TubeBuddy, Tactical Arbitrage, StreamYard. Yeah, I also canceled my StreamYard. I'm on the free one, so I get 20 hours a month. So I can't go.
Hey, Mike, but remember the first time the Rangers did go to the World Series, it was awesome being there. And we struck out the giant a-hole A-Rod to go to the World Series in 2010.
Mike said, LOL, Clay, it's in your GoDaddy account.
Yeah, I saw it. I know. I just couldn't find it. I didn't know where it was. So I guess
yeah, Jacob,
I had to figure out which credit card I'm paying with. That's what I wanted to know, and I couldn't figure it out.
I'm cutting some of those out. Never thought about how. Yeah, that's one thing. Another thing. This is the type of stuff Chris talks about. Like we talk about all this stuff on the Patreon. Like you've got it. Like once a month, you should reevaluate your subscriptions. You'll be surprised how many that you don't really need that you're just throwing money away. So that's good, Nikki. Look at the ones you need, which ones you don't.
Like if you're cross-listing a lot of clothes, it might be best to keep like list perfect. Oh, Nikki, here's one. Hold on. I saw it in a chat or this group Instagram thread. Cross-listed. It's like $10 a month. They said. Cross-listed. I'm gonna look it up. It's like
I'm just manually cross-listing my stuff.
But for $10 a month versus
if it's good, yeah.
Versus list perfect. Cross-listed. Let's see. Crosslisted.com. It has the same symbol. Maybe everyone uses that like 2 arrow thing, like list perfect. Let's see.
What does that mean, Nikki? That's who I'm. Oh, binging. Oh, daily refinement. Yeah.
10 a month.
Nikki, like, no offense. Renzi's good. He's fun to watch. But Renzi can't carry Chris's jock. Like Chris knows his stuff like nobody else. And people
he probably knows more overall. They know.
There's no probably to it. It's a fact.
No, but I'm just saying they know what they need to know for them to make 100-something thousand probably a year.
Well, they're doing great. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I don't know. I feel like I'm supporting Chris. Like I don't feel like he gets enough. And that's not.
I get it. Yeah.
It's not right. Me probably like attacking Renzi. Like, I'm not trying to attack Renzi.
No, I know you're not. No, I know he's good. I've watched him some. It's just I don't watch much of anybody anymore on YouTube. I watch TV. If I'm watching something, I've never been into YouTube. I got into it for a few months when this started for me, and then it got like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
it's why
eBay, you can become a millionaire on eBay. eBay is good. And watch Chris, keep watching him. And if you really want to take it to the next level, join our Patreon. Well, join his Patreon group. I'm in there, and every morning at 8 a.m. Central Time, we have a daily call where we try to get a little better each day. Daily refinement, a little better each day. You will grow. Like it's so powerful. Jody says, "Hey, I don't doubt eBay makes you money, Brian. Easy, Tiger. But everything other than the money making, everything else fun. But isn't that the ultimate goal? Is to make money? I mean, I agree with you. eBay has lots of flaws, and I agree with you. I wish they would fix them. Like none of these other Poshmark, OfferUp, Mercari, they shouldn't even exist. eBay slipped up. But with all that being said, eBay's still a very viable platform.
Yeah.
What is that? What?
Is great, maybe.
I don't know. Something's great.
Let's see. Where is that comment?
Mike's going to network with Scott for some Amazon help.
And if you need electronics or golf clubs, Mike is your guy.
Wait, what? Is Mike in New York?
He's in Florida, but maybe he's from up
New York.
That's why I made the comment that we beat them to go to the World Series the first time.
Yeah, well, of course. I mean, and this is a bias of mine. Like, I get on my nerves, and I don't know, Mike. Maybe you live in New York, but like people who adopt their hometowns, it drives me crazy. And like in the bandwagoners, they always. I'm not saying you are, Mike. I don't know. But a lot of our kids, they will adopt the winning team.
Yeah, or how people accuse us because we're Cowboy fans, and I'm like, I live in Dallas.
Cowboy fan since I grew up.
My dad's missed 2 home Cowboy games in 60 years. What do you expect? If I like sports, who am I probably going to like?
It's all right. That's all right, Mike. Yeah, you got the Yankees. I'll give you that. But your Giants ain't coming.
I do hate that they beat Brady in that Super Bowl when they could have gone undefeated to shut up the Dolphins finally, you know. Yeah, Tampa will be.
Tampa always.
That division. Okay, so who's worst place in that division? The Falcons? Then it could be the Buccaneers, or the Panthers, the Saints. Like that whole division is just, it's brutal.
Yeah, Nikki, Chris is analytical. He figures out how he treats it as a business. And if you want to make a lot of money, Chris is the man to watch. If you want to be entertained, watch the other channels. One percent what?
Getting better.
Yeah, 1%. Yeah, it's daily refinement. It's there's a good book called Atomic Habits. It has that thought process and how each day you just want to get a little bit better, and over time, those 1% improvements, you'll be a completely different person.
Danica's message is great.
Yeah, Mike says everybody sucks. Everyone leave. I'll stay. But you would, Mike.
or just stop selling electronics and golf clubs.
Long out. All right, so Mike's approved. I can.
Yeah, I figured he was from up there.
All right, you have my full approval. Not that it matters, but
he's a few hours from. He's from.
If I ever moved from here, I would still be a Cowboys fan.
Look at this comment. This is the best one of the night.
Oh, she's making fun of my delay. Well, we got a lot of time. Danica, once Clay starts talking, it's hard for me to get to the comments.
Oh, be quiet.
He will go on and on. I can't get to him. So yes, I can't read them, but it's because my friend he's verbal diarrhea over here.
Like
most
this.
New York is like this.
Rangers. Yeah. What about the Knicks, Mike? How do the Knicks fall in and the Nets? Is there allegiance? In my head, if you're Yankees, Islanders, Giants, you'd be Knicks. And maybe the Nets.
Let me show you something, Nikki. And I'll tell you something. I taught Chris. Like I actually contribute to the group. We all do, and that's the thing. Everybody contributes. Reseller's notebook daily. Like daily, I have my notes on here from my calls. I highlight items that I want to go back to. Important information. A lot of this is information I get from the calls. Like this is loaded with nuggets. This is what you get from Chris. Like I watched, no offense, I watched like 5 Renzi videos. This is what I told Clay I got, and it was good. I got something. I will say I got something. It's he only gets good shoes. Like I'm guilty of not always getting the best shoes, so I will give him credit for that. And he works the local market well, the Facebook marketplace market. But I cannot fill up a third of the page from Renzi. Every day, I fill up a page. We're talking about contacts. We're talking about sites. We're talking about promoted lists. We're talking about virtual assistants. We're talking about tactical arbitrage. We're talking about Walmart fulfillment. We're talking about customizing active views. We're talking about search your listing as confirmed, searching titles. We're talking about niches. We talk about high-end furniture. Like you could sell knobs off of high-end furniture and make a lot of money. Got that from one of the furniture guys. We're talking about, I wasn't doing this, that you can create a discount where you can buy 2 or more items in your eBay store and they get a 10% discount. It grows your sales. I implemented this on 5/13. I have had many more sales where people buy 2 or more items now on eBay because of that. This is what I'm talking about. He's giving you stuff you can use. Talking about using the Lowe's app to buy clearance items, retail arbitrage, and to sell them. I've done that. I've made money. We're talking about the top tips on how to sort inventory, the whole process. We've talked about Snap Seller Tool, the one that I showed Scott that he likes. I got that from Daily Refinement's call, and it's one of the greatest apps you can have. It's $9.99 a month. That is one of the apps I do have, and it gives you the sell-through rate like instantly, whatever item you're looking up on eBay or Poshmark. Just so much. Oh, and the thing I gave him was I used to be the Avid coordinator at Griner, and we do something called Cornell Notes. It's a way of taking notes where you take the notes, you ask questions, you do a summary, and you come back to it. And Chris incorporated that for me. So we all contribute. So man, Chris is the man, and I guess I'm fanatical about it because I don't get how so many people. It's a gold mine right there. For $110 a year, you could be part of that. You could go from a struggling person not making it to making at least $60,000 a year reselling, but people don't do it.
Like me, just like I won't probably, yeah. Like I at one point thought about joining the Patreon calls, but I'm not going to join because right now it's not going to fit with where I'm at right now. Because also I figure most people in the group, I might drive them insane, and then I get defensive, going, I'm happy with what I got done. You don't have to be happy. All I have to be happy. You don't have to like that I didn't get much done yesterday. So like, that's why I know not to join, because it probably people would, I don't know, maybe hate me, and that's their deal. But
they wouldn't hate you. I just don't think you would, if you don't have the mindset. You gotta have the right mindset to be in that group, or you wouldn't be happy.
Well, I could get stuff out of it.
Okay.
In my head, from the way you've said, if they were like, what are you doing today? And if you didn't do it, I'd be like, well, I'll get to it tomorrow. And if I don't, then it'll the next day. That's the way I work. It'll get done.
Well, the whole point of that accountability pressure is supposed to drive you to do it.
Yeah, and that's not going to, for me, I'm going to do it or not based on me. You help push and other people at times, but, yeah, that I know for some people that stuff helps. But for me, I've got to do it for me, not for, Jeez,
I'm doing it for me. Those people are just helping me get to
I get it, but I'm just saying that's not going to push me a whole lot. I mean, I had a running coach that I paid, and I ignored his plan. I did about 50% of it, you know, but the results I had were better than most of his athletes.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's kind of like all the reselling stuff I push on you, and doing no listing for a month and you're still doing 50 a month. I mean, that's
Yeah.
good for doing the work.
Yeah. Nothing on eBay really, because I know you got to list.
Even though it's driving me crazy.
Are you freezing? No, you froze for a second.
No, yeah, I was just saying, yeah, it drives me crazy. Like, I'm trying not to overstep boundaries.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah, the reseller notebook is great, and you can go back to it. And I've learned a lot, like Scott, and I mean, just the reselling community is very helpful. And I guess the key is you got to find the people that are going to help you that work with your style. Everybody's different, and I do think most people bring something. You just got to find the ones that sync with your personality. Nikki says everybody loves Clay, which is true. She says I get more done with having accountability. Yeah, me too, Nikki.
I do some days, but you know, depends on the day. And as my own boss, yeah, like I've joked and said, I'm not the best boss. If I'm an employee, you tell me to do it, you just do it, because that's what your effing bosses do. That's why I tell the students, I'm your boss. I tell you to do your homework. You're supposed to do it. It's that simple, you know. But I'm a cog in the wheel guy more than
Scott
management.
Yeah, if that call was a little later, but the thing is, all right, the reason he does it early, and I can say for me it works, and it is hard, you know, for on the Pacific Coast at 6 a.m. It's like your mind is fullest in the morning, and so all those ideas when you're the freshest, like you get that, and then you're charged when you get off that call, and then you kill it for that day. Like Clay was even telling me to be careful, don't get, because it's like steroids for me. Like I'm already a motivated person. When I do those calls, like I was working 12-hour days, and it was bad for my family relationships. So I had to get away from those calls for about a month to rebalance. And when I go back, which I probably will next week, I still need to have balance. Like, okay, I'm going to shut down by 3 or 4 p.m. at a decent time, because man, it is steroids. Scott, you in that call, as well as you're doing already, man. I'd be scared to see where you would go, because you're the exact type of person that calls for, Scott. I know you'd love it, and that's what I do. Like when I haven't been in the calls lately, so I haven't been talking about it, but that's what I was doing. I was kind of taking a nugget or two, and in my own style, kind of talking about those on my show. And I guess I'll probably start bringing that back too. Even though you could also watch his YouTube videos and get a good chunk of what he gives you. You just won't get all the little insider nuggets that you can get from the call. And sometimes he'll bring on special guests like big people, and they'll talk to us. VIP.
Well, yeah. Also, yeah, because it's just so the early morning. Yeah, because with Scott having a baby and 3 other kids, that
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, that's just God.
I get
it. With Scott's time zone, that alone, to get up and be awake to try to turn your brain on, and you
need your brain on, because you will have your chance to speak. And I like well, lately I haven't been on in a while, but when I was on, he'd have a prompt, a guided question, that would kind of lead the discussion. And the answer is not list more. I mean, like the latest video I was watching, he said this well, like, yeah, of course listing is important. Of course shipping's important. Like, you've got to do those things to be a reseller. But those things aren't going to take you to the next level. What are the things you're spending time on that are going to take you to the next level? Studies. Like he reached out to the top 100 eBay stores, and he talked to all those people, and then he shared what he got from that. I mean, that's a dude that's doing his homework. It's impressive.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like the daily refinement cheerleader here.
Oh, he should be paying you, yeah, for sure, or let you do those calls for free and pay you.
$110 a year is nothing to be on those calls. But yeah, all right. I think Clay's tired. We've been on over an hour.
My cat's tired. Well, and we've been on since 9. Before 9, we've been on 3 hours, including backstage.
Right.
Yeah.
And tomorrow's Sunday.
All right.
right.
I'm getting up at 6:15 to run, so.
Ooh, motivated. I like it.
Well, I'm going to Allen to see the kids. I told Carissa I'd be there at like 9:30 to 10, so to make sure I have time to go, run, walk, get the car, come home, shower, and get up, 30, 40 minutes to Allen.
Yeah. My next.
I try 6 miles tomorrow, so we'll see.
You're killing it on that. See, Clay's a running machine. He can kill the running. He just uses. Anyway, yeah, he's killing it at running. Like me, my sad little 1 mile runs, which Monday's my next run.
Hey, it's progress.
Yeah, but I will develop a schedule and I will do it. I've got up to 13-mile runs.
Yeah, you did. He did. Great people. Yeah.
Years ago, I need to use my reselling mindset on my running. Clay and I've talked about this.
Yeah, like we say, both meet more in the middle on the opposites of that. Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for dropping by, guys. Thanks for liking the video. Everybody have a good night.
Remember, there's no fire, people. Jay yesterday said he didn't play it. He can't play it.
I cut my subscription. I'm trying to cut.
Yeah, there's no more.
Plays my outro here. You gonna do that? All right. You gonna take us out?
Can I bring up one of your videos real quick?
Yeah. All right. Oh, that's good.
Bring up
all right. Yeah, you bring it up
on the phone here. Okay, Texas Treasures. Let me go back, I guess, just a few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Is this okay? Oh.
All right. Hold on. Let me get these last comments.
Okay. Yeah, and then I can.
Thanks. No, we appreciate it, Scott. You're a good guy. You help people. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we didn't expect to go.
I do like our little group, and I enjoy it. Like even if we weren't even talking reselling, I like this group.
Yeah.
Barbecue song. All right, there you go. Barbecue song.
Okay. See you, folks.